good evening. Wherever you're watching WI TV to another edition of News Review, I am Odunayo Adelere. And with me in the studio today, I have...
I'm Ambassador Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess, the band where is Ambuke. Good afternoon to all of us all over the world.
Thank you for joining me in the studio this afternoon, sir. And a big shout out to all our fans out there who are always staying glued to Wisdom Yard Television. We appreciate you. And the sponsor still remains Nokpa Abaus. They are the producer of Nokpa Aba Mixture, Aba Cool, Aba Tonic, Aba Bitters, Aba Energy Flusher, and then Aba Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can just send a DM or call the number 07001010859. And a big thanks to our father, in person of Prince Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshin, popularly known as Ajala Kusangba. You know how we do it on the show, bring to you news that made it to the top. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we talk on the one we should talk about, and we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. So without wasting much of our time, on Punch newspaper I have, in 118 inmates escape as Rainstorm destroys Niger prison. Our flight engineer saved us from disaster, Joe Abba. Consumers lament as food prices rise 30% in 8 states. Lagos probes India's school where Nigerians are denied admission. On Vanguard newspaper we have flights diverted as fire breaks out at Lagos airport. Why power sector crisis won't end soon by electricity workers. Togo opposition asks West Africa court to overturn reforms. On Daily Post newspaper we have Ondo APC Guba aspirant Akintarewa finally honors EFCC invitation. Osun teenager bags 3 years jail for stealing water taps. Then we have ex-NSCDC boss warns a federal government against merging calls with pleas. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss on the one we want to discuss about. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
To the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Aba Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power. In the heart of Nigeria's bustling markets, where the sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm the senses. But in the midst of chaos, there shines a beacon of hope. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That is our sponsor Nokpa and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Whatever you need, any food ingredient at home, whatever ingredients you need, you can just go and tell them, just call them at King Victor's Nigeria Enterprises.
They can also get it at a subsidized price.
At a cheaper price, at cheaper rates. And also Nokpa, whichever you need, you can just call us. And yours is to ask, ours is to deliver. Like I said earlier, without wasting much of our time, I'll be starting with this. Ondo APC Guba aspirant Akintarewa finally honors EFCC invitation.
Yes, it's a good idea for him to have welcomed the EFCC invitation because, you know, a clear conscience like Mahadi, a clear conscience fears no acquisition. Yes. If he has if he has a question to answer, he will surely be there to answer his question. If probably they detain him, I believe that's not the end of the road.
I just feel, I don't know why people run away each time they hear probably
because they have a lot of things in their skeleton. They have a skeleton in their cupboard. That's why you see them running away from EFCC invitation.
And All Progressives Congress APC governorship aspirant in Ondo State, Wale Akintarewa, said He will honor the invitation of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Thursday, which is today. Daily Post reported that Akintayewa, who contested with 15 others for the party's governorship tickets, last Saturday was invited by the Anti-Graft Agency over financial misappropriation. Reports earlier indicated that the EFCC was investigating Akintayewa for allegedly mismanaging billions of naira while serving as the Commissioner for Finance during late Rotimi Akeredolu's administration. You know, the first day I saw that EFCC actually invited this man, first thing I said was, he's not the governor yet. He's being questioned.
You know, according to the report now, you might have known that he was one of the Rotimi Akeredolu's commissioner when Rotimi Akeredolu, the former governor of Ondo State, was alive. And when if you could recall, when immediately Rotimi Akeredolu died, when the power was shifted to Lucky Aiyedatiwa, what happened? All the commissioners that were being
they all left.
And they all left. They resigned their post. If they don't have anything to hide, number one, they wouldn't have leave their post. They would have waited for the governor, the sitting governor, to tell them to go and sit at home before leaving their post. You
know, everybody always wants to aspire. Everybody aspire for a higher post. Because he was a commissioner for finance. For finance.
Then too, if you could recall, there were one of those people that worked against Rotimi Aiyedatiwa when he was the deputy governor of that state. They were one of those people that have been mounting pressure that they wanted to impeach him.
These things are not even... The report alleged that he was invited some weeks ago by EFCC to interact on some allegations that was too busy to honor the invitation. However, in a post on his verified X handle on Thursday, he said, "Today, I'll be honoring the invitation from the EFCC to shed more light on some issues that the Commission wants clarification on. I have confidence in the Anti-Graft Agency to conduct a thorough investigation and ensure that justice is done." So, I want to believe if at the end of the day they do everything they did, and at the end of the day they hereby charge him to court, the EFCC are actually doing their duty. Because he said he believes that justice will be served.
Exactly the point.
So once they actually find out that you're actually guilty of everything that you're accused of, and they send you to the court, and court actually sentence you to, they ask you to pay fine, then you know that it is the true justice that the...
And if the justice is being done at the end of the day, he was not guilty of all the offenses that he was...
Yeah, you will go.
And when you look at the primary election, I've never seen a primary election whereby somebody will emerge as a...
And you go to court of appeal.
You go to court of appeal for what? In a primary election. It has never... I have not seen such in the history of the so-called...
You know, you are older than me by far. You are my father.
It shocks me that after the election of after the governorship election is being done, maybe the loser can challenge the authority of that election. But in primary election, I've not seen such.
Where you are divided in your house, so how can you stand as one to rule the state, to rule the affairs of the state?
And when you look at this set of people that are so desperate in getting to the power,
you don't have anything good
if care is not taken now, you see them diverting to another party to work against the sitting governor.
This one says flight diverted as fire breaks out at Lagos airport. I don't even know what's actually wrong nowadays at that airport.
I don't know what the case may be that has brought about the fire explosion in
at Murtala
Mohammed airport. But there are some measures that needed to take place in that place. In fact, you see the way we run the affairs of government processors in Nigeria is different from the way they run it abroad today. When you look at when you go to Murtala International Airport, there are some places there that are dilapidated. There was a video that went viral some months back, I think late last year, whereby you see rainfall and heavy rainfall inside the airport, the international airport of the so-called Nigerian, seeing rain beating those passengers that are...
I was opportunity to see one airport outside the country. Like, can you please just give me... Let me just...
Have you been to Abu Dhabi? Have you been to Abu Dhabi before? When you get to Abu Dhabi...
If I'm even talking of all country, please don't even go to that.
When you go to Abu Dhabi, well, immediately you get to the airport, it was like, oh, am I in paradise?
Yeah,
but
you
when
know,
you go to Nigeria...
You know one thing that... This thing that you said wants me to share one experience. When... I know somebody that was opportune to travel out of the country. The person went to Jerusalem. So when he said when they got to the airport at their last stop over there, he was like, wow, this is heaven. But the day they came back and he got to Nigeria, he said, hey, this is
the money,
because he said
they make.
There was clear difference. No, there is a saying that says you don't compare child with child. If you do that, you might actually kill one. But there is no how we won't compare child with child.
Truly, we want to move this country forward. There are some things that needed to put in place. Though they are really trying, but it is not enough. When you go there are some things that you see that is wrong. Most of the immigration officer, they
collect money before they even.
The policemen before you can. Okay, for instance, now when you are going inside the airport, maybe you have 3 of your relatives coming with you. They will tell you that you
only
can
one can follow you.
Only one can follow you. If you want the rest of the 3 to follow you, automatically you have to give the officer that are standing by the door side.
This is not about the airport alone. I was opportune to travel by this train that was opened by the then President Buhari, and we got there. This person was telling me that you can't come in with this kind of luggage. Where do we start from? Do you know I actually went in with this thing? Somebody came from the back and tipped the woman, and the woman allowed you to go inside. I already made up my mind that I was going to turn back. If it's just go and take her.
That was the 6th time we met.
But probably the way the person saw me, I was like, let her go.
Some months back, one of these train officials was sacked. Basically, was collecting cash from passengers.
Yeah, they said no cash again.
Instead of giving ticket to the passenger, they were collecting cash.
Yes. This is where we actually find ourselves in Nigeria. The E54 bridge of Murtala Mohammed Airport, International Airport Terminal 1 suffered a fire outbreak in the early hours of this morning. Smoke was detected billowing from the E53 bridge, leading electrical engineers to immediately cut off power to the airport's E-wing. A statement by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Federal Airport Authority fan Mrs. Obiageli Oral, Director, said that although the fire was brought under control at 6:41 a.m., all flight operations in Terminal 1 of MMA have been diverted to the D-wing. The statement reads, at 5:29 hours, smoke was detected blowing from the E54 bridge, leading electrical engineers immediately cut off power of the E-wing. The Airport Rescue and Firefighting Services team was quick to respond, arriving at the scene by 5:30 hours. Initial suspicion points to sparks on an electric unit as the cause, but a thorough investigation is ongoing to ascertain the cause of the fire. The incident, which had escalated into a fire, was brought under control by 6:41 hours. Efforts to ventilate the smoke from the building are in progress. Do you remember there was a time that, I don't know if you heard about that news, that some set of bulb was actually smuggled away from the airport, and they don't know the way they took away those lights.
Those things. Well, what do I need to say to this? I was wondering when they said the fire could not be quenched in time. I believe there should be a standby fire
extinguisher, service.
Fire services. If this happened to a government, to a personal company, that the fire could not be quenched in time, what will happen to that company?
It's gone.
The company will be shut down. Number one, by the federal government, by the federal or the state government,
because they did not make the necessary provision.
Because they didn't make the necessary.
Because this is an airport.
So what do we stay to this airport that belongs to the old?
They would not. They wouldn't lock. They wouldn't lock it up.
All the monies that they are making in that place.
So they would not lock it up. Why? Because it is. We call it international airport, and most of them now. This is President Tinubu in Nigeria. He traveled to Netherlands, from Netherlands to Saudi Arabia.
The Minister of Aviation in question should be questioned. The Minister of Aviation should be questioned because
if we can't close it.
I believe before you can be appointed to be a minister, after when you have been appointed to be a minister,
they see how
go around, sit, you look at some certain things that needed to be put in place. Everybody that is not ready to do business, let them pack up and go. But in this case where the minister will come in to do some inspection, this kind of Nigerian tips, Baba has come, okay, what do we give to him, what do we do this, so please don't manage this for your family, there's some things that the man has to mention or to put in place, the man will not be able to put it in place.
All right, like I said earlier, like you said it and you already gave the conclusion that the person that should be questioned, that should be penalized here is the Minister for Aviation, who is Festus Keyamo. And again, about the Dana Airline stop, still at the same Murtala Mohammed Airport.
Murtala Mohammed Airport. Do you know what happened? They said Dana Airline should be suspended for now.
Why?
Based on what happened to Dana Air yesterday. You remember, before we go on break, you remember when President Muhammadu Buhari was the president of Nigeria?
Yeah.
When he was traveling out, he had to hand over the affairs of Nigeria to Osinbajo. We have been the vice president. After Osinbajo, when Osinbajo was here, there was a strike by these bandits. After the bandit strike, what happened? Osinbajo had to call the service chief and sack every one of them, replace them immediately.
If you are not capable.
Then there was a calm in the surface of the country, not until when the president came back to the country and restored them back to their position. What happened again? A week after, there was a strike again.
All right, we would like to go on a short commercial break. Our sponsor, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, is located at number 2 Awolowo Market, Umakun Shagam, in Ogun State. All right, let's go there. Let's see what they actually sell. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
In the heart of Nigeria's bustling markets, where the sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm the senses. But in the midst of chaos, there shines a beacon of hope. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. Like you see, whatever food stuff you need, anything you need to stock your home with, groundnut oil, rice, and all that, just go to King Victor Nigeria Enterprises at number 2 Awolowo Market, Umakun Shagam in Ogun State. With them, your food stuff problem is solved. So, without wasting much of our time, the last one I have here, I have 118 inmates escape as Rainstorm destroys Niger prison.
It was quite an unfortunate incident that happened there. Well, what I will just employ the correctional service to do was that to make sure, put all effort together and make sure they bring back those inmates that was escaped from that.
You know the funniest thing. You know the funniest thing about this thing is the government is still trying to they want to reduce those that are inside the prison, inside the correctional center, because they say it's too much. They are choked up, and the rain came.
Now, which means there is room for another building. They should try as much as possible to set up.
It's not even room for one thing that I'm trying to see from this place is probably some people are about to get amnesty. You know, if you look at it very well. But now, the prison wall broke, and everybody took to their. We still have some people that will still be there, and they refuse to leave. They refuse
to go. I believe, yes, if
they want to eat,
give some people annexing. Those type of people that had the opportunity
but they did not.
To flee and that didn't go. I believe there must be one of those people that the governor of that state will grant amnesty.
A downpour on Wednesday night has wreaked havoc on the medium security custodial center in Niger, Niger State, resulting to extensive damage to the facility and facilitating the escape of 118 inmates. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the spokesperson, Federal Capital Territory Command of the Nigerian Correctional Services, Adamu Duza, on Thursday. Duza noted that the downpour caused severe damage to the custodial center's infrastructure, including a breach in the perimeter fence, which allowed the inmates to flee. This person even said it to the extent, he said in response, the NCOS swiftly activated its recapturing protocols, collaborating with other security agencies to recover 10 of the escaped inmates. So outside we still have 108 inmates that are still missing. Efforts to recapture the remaining fleeing inmates are said to be ongoing, recognizing the vulnerability of aging facilities, many of which were built during the colonial era. This was during the white thing. The wall is not strong again, and we call it correctional center.
Nigeria is not working. I'm sorry to have said that. Nigeria is not working. You see, I remember when the former president, was jailed then.
Yes.
When he got to the prison, there was a statement he released then that if he had known that the correctional center would have been like that, that he would have put more effort to put some things right when he was the president during the military regime. Immediately after he left, he became the president of Nigeria for good 8 years. What did he do? Because immediately they leave, they will forget about the past.
Yeah, they always forget about the past, and this is Nigeria.
Go to American Correctional Center. They call it Correctional Center, where your brain will be reset from being a bad person to a good person. There are places there that you can learn different kind of skill. At the end of the day, when you come out from that place, you won't be a liability to the government.
Thank you very much. Federal government, this is a clarion call to you. You have a lot of work to do on all our facilities. Let's leave correctional centers, all the infrastructural things that we ask you to do. You have a lot of work to do. All right, we've come to the end of News Review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok at Wisdom Yard, online TV. I remain my humble self, Odunayo Adelere. Thank you for joining me, the studio ambassador, Rite Moridua. Till we come again on your screen, be happy and be good. Bye.